At the same time tonight, there was a public forum held in Plainfield Township, but our cameras were not allowed in.
The public was not happy with that decision either. 24-Hour News 8's Sarah Hurwitz is live at Northview High School with more on their reaction. Sarah?
Well, good evening, Brian and Marley. When Plainfield Township put out information about this roundtable discussion, it said nothing about not allowing cameras inside. But that's what we were told when we showed up to cover the event tonight here by the township superintendent here at Northview Public High School. And so we questioned the legality of that, as many said they took away nothing from tonight. So why no cameras allowed inside?
We've heard a lot in the past, a lot of concerns about information privacy, and so we wanted to be sensitive to that, and we wanted to make sure that there wasn't a camera over their shoulder as they got their questions answered.
What about cell phones? Everybody has a camera on their cell phone these days.
Yeah, and so we're kind of watching for that too. Hopefully people will be considerate of that.
But tonight's informal roundtable discussions were in a public building, and there was no mention of privacy in announcements put out by the township. And so I questioned Superintendent Cameron Van Weingarten on the legality of the township's decision to censor the press.
You can talk with our attorney about that, but there are instances where, even though it is a public setting, it's not necessarily open to a camera in someone's face.
What do you think about the fact that they're not letting press really cover this?
I think it speaks volumes. I think that there really should be nothing to hide if we have no issue.
Those who came tonight firing back, like Sue Smits, who wanted to get information on how to protect her family, as she says her now adult children have struggled with thyroid disease and a son who was just diagnosed with testicular cancer.
The format's a little confusing. I don't know who these people are. I don't know if they are board members or if they are attorneys. So I'm not sure who I'm talking to, and I don't know where they're getting all of their information. And it's just hard to hear. You can't hear anything because there's 30 people gathered around a small lunch table trying to hear a conversation.
This is what that looked like tonight from cell phone video we shot before township attorneys asked us to stop recording. Mark Prine, a project engineer for Prine and Newhoff, was one of those answering questions.
The primary questions were about areas of service where we're investigating laying water mains to provide township water to the community. Some people are interested in treatment technology, such as how the plant works, as well as what's the mechanism for.
More than a year ago, the township stopped using the Versluis well field that fed its water system because officials say it was found to be contaminated with PFAS. The current system has levels of PFAS, but those are below EPA safe drinking standards. And it recently approved a $400,000 filtration system to remove any trace of PFAS. And right now, that permit for that filtration system is being reviewed by the DEQ. If approved, it could take 30 to 60 days before it's implemented. Live here in Plainfield Township, Sarah Hurwitz, 24-Hour News 8.
All right. Thank you, Sarah, for that live report and our complete coverage of the toxic tap water investigation. It can be found at woodtv.com and on our mobile app. Just look under the News tab.